Hello friends, Near Mint Nerd here, back for another haul video. I know it's been a while, you've been wondering what happened to me. Just haven't had the time. We're getting into summer, working a job with long hours. You know, it's just the way it is, guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm getting a lot of questions, a lot of PMs going, where are you, nerd? I'm right here, and I'm back, and I got a haul for you, okay? They're going to be intermittent from the next little while, probably throughout the summer, but they're going to be here. So the best way to know if a haul's coming and you want to know is to hit that little bell that is under the notification symbol. And you hit that, you'll know every time there's a video up. Okay, guys? So today I got a brand new haul. It's got a very a variety of stuff. I got a couple of nice Silver Age books. Bordering on Golden Age. They're 10 centers. Woo! I got a bunch of variant covers, just kind of a mishmash of those. I've got a bunch of number ones, and then a couple of general interest books that I picked up after over the last little while. And I should tell you guys, I've got like 2 or 3 full long boxes now of haul material that I haven't shown you that I've just kept picking up. Like today, 2 days ago, I bought a comic bundle on Kijiji. From a guy who was selling 80 some odd issues of Brave and the Bold, and they were all in pretty decent condition, better condition as the years went on. Some of the older ones are a little rough, but that's okay, still great readers. A great price, average it out to about $2 a book, which is fantastic for some of those old Brave and the Bolds. So I'm just going to show you a bunch of those today, not all of them, that was a ton. I'm only going to show you a handful. Because I've got an idea for a little haul down the road that the bulk of those will be used in. But today, I got all that stuff I talked about. You're probably like, why are you still talking? Show us the books already. And I will. So here we go, over to the books, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright, thanks nerd from the past. I'm the nerd from the present because we're shooting this right now. And of course, every once in a while, if I make a mistake that I find in editing, you'll hear from the nerd in the future. And he'll be right here. Say hello, nerd from the future. Alright, so that's how it works. Past, present, future. We are like the 3 ghosts from the Christmas Carol. Except we're all the same guy, and we're not scary or dead. All right, so what do we got here? We got, let's start off, we're going to just start off with, what do we want to start off with? I'm going to start off with just some number ones. Some of these aren't even special, so let's start with kind of the nothing books. Scooby Apocalypse number 1 I found. I just didn't have this. I think this is a fun idea. I know there's a billion covers for this. I'm sure this is one of the many variants. It's not listed as a variant, but I imagine that there's probably a group shot that is the main book, so I'm going to call this the Freddy variant with no knowledge whether it is or not. Just a guess. But cool idea, cool cover. Next up, Power Pack number 1. I've been seeing this a lot. This comic has always been a quarter book for years and years. And when I first started collecting comics, I actually had a complete run of this. I don't know what happened to it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I suspect maybe before I came to my rule of never selling comics, I may have sold it to a comic shop, probably for peanuts, because it's not worth anything. Honestly, don't remember. I only know for sure that I only have a couple of issues left. There's a couple of issues later in the run with Spider-Man and such. So I'm glad I was able to get another number 1. We have Justice Inc. The Avenger. This is a Joe Ross cover. I just really dig it. It says here, after Kubert, so obviously it's an homage to the original Justice comic. It looks very familiar to me. I think I actually have that comic, the original. But this was so cool. Just love, I call him Joe Ross. That's the pitcher, a baseball pitcher that's on my mind. Alex Ross, of course, sorry. That's a fun Dynamite book. So Mark Waid, you can't go wrong with a Mark Waid book. I think this is from a few years ago. I don't think it's continuing, so it must not have done very well. but I do like this character a lot. I got Back to the Future #1. I just missed out on this when it came out. Back to the Future is one of my all-time favorite movies. Probably number 2 or 3. My first being Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the other one in the 3 being Ghostbusters. 2 of those have ongoing comics right now, which is really cool. And I suspect that as we get closer to the new Indiana Jones movie, now that Marvel and Disney have a partnership, it would be great to get another Marvel Indiana Jones title going, don't you think? In the same style as the new Star Wars. I would even love it if they gave it to the Star Wars writer, Jason Aaron. That'd be spectacular. Anyways, this is a second print. I didn't realize that till I brought it home, but that's cool. Still love it. I mostly got it to read because I want to try to catch up. Speaking of Indiana Jones, I found yet another #1. Boy, these have fallen in value over the years. What a shame, but I'm glad I have probably 3 copies now. Glad I have it. This maybe even be the best condition of all of them. But I love this title. I grew up reading this title. It's so good. Way better than the Dark Horse Indiana Jones title that came out later, the little miniseries. Also got Old Man Logan #1. Didn't have that one. I do have a variant cover of this. I think I have a Scotty Young variant, but I did not have the regular cover, so what the heck? Picked it up. Harley Quinn and Power Girl #1. I thought I was getting this for the first time. I thought this was my first copy, and as I was processing my books, I came across another one that I had bought probably 6 months ago, and that's the trouble with buying too much, is you forget what you bought even a few months ago. So I now have 2 copies of this, which is not necessary. I may trade one. We'll see what happens. I got Zorro #1. I didn't even know this title existed. I kind of now have like this vague recollection of having this title, or seeing this title before. But I had forgotten all about it. Not a big Zorro fan, so not so much the newer Antonio Banderas movies, although those aren't so bad. But the original Zorro movies, and even the TV series has something going for it. All right, let's see here. What's next? I picked up West Coast Avengers #1. This is the limited series, not the ongoing. I guess they just made way too many of these because there's no real value, even though this is essentially the #1 issue of the team. It's probably worth about $10, but that's nothing for a 35-year-old comic. All right, let's pull those away. It's been so long since I did one of these haul videos. I'm like, having trouble remembering, what I'm supposed to do or how it all works. Isn't that funny? We got Batman vs. Predator, #1 of 3. This is the first print, and it's the first series. They also did Batman vs. Predator 2. I see those all the time in cheap bins. I've not seen a Batman vs. Predator of the first series in quite a while. I don't think it's worth a lot. I could be wrong. I just don't bother to look things up. But it's a super cool cover. We have a Predator movie coming really soon, and I'm actually kind of excited to read this. Just going to take a little sip of coffee here, guys. It's Sunday morning as we do this. I like to sit and look at my comics and ponder life and drink my coffee. That's kind of my perfect Sunday. All right, we got Sheriff of Babylon. I didn't even know about this title. A gentleman at work, a friend from work, recommended this to me, and I happened to find it. And it's by Tom King, so right away it's got a good pedigree. The Sheriff of Babylon, which is, as it says right on the cover, a clever, twisting, and blood-slick crime story in a place as hot and dry and lethal as any classic noir. So it's kind of an Afghanistan, I think, or Iraq or Iranian crime story. I think Afghanistan. Don't quote me on that though. I'll have to poke into that to be sure. Here we have, this is kind of an interesting one. Crossed 100. So this is #1 of Crossed 100. I thought, that's a kind of a fun cover treatment, and I took it out of the bag, and this thing was really heavy and really strange. And so I actually did look it up, and it's actually a leather cover, if you can believe that. It is a leather cover. Oh, wait, I guess it says right on it. Jeez. I wasn't paying attention. I actually looked it up online. So Alan Moore, of course, I'm going to try to say the artist's name here, Gabriel Andrade. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Apologies if I did. But super cool cover. It's like crimson. I actually really like Crossed. I never really continued on past the original, the first two miniseries, which I bought in comics form and then also in trade form. But man, it is, it is as good, in my opinion, maybe even more brutal than Walking Dead. And it just doesn't get any love. I would love to see a movie franchise of this. And I think, I would not be surprised to see that announced any day. I got Aliens, number 1 of 6. This is the 1988 miniseries. Black and white, Dark Horse Comics. It's a first print. I have another one that I picked up recently. When I opened it up, it was a second print. So I was like, oh, darn it. Had to keep looking. Found it again. First print. We've got an Aliens movie in the theater as we speak, although I haven't seen it yet. I was not a big fan of Prometheus, so I've been dragging my heels a little bit. And, the reviews haven't really helped me get too excited about going to see that in the theater. I think I might go see it at the drive-in or something, go see it as a second feature or something. I also picked up the second Aliens miniseries. This is a 4-series miniseries. I love this cover. Look at that Xenomorph. Isn't that a gorgeous cover? Just love it. I'm not sure who did it, but it's pretty spectacular. Happy to have that one as well. I found another copy of Batman number 1. It was super cheap. I think it was $1. The reason being that this corner is a little bit beefed up. It looks like it went 2 rounds with Tyson. But a lot of that damage there, a lot of that folding is not color breaking. So if this book ever really took off, it could fix that. There's a couple of little spine ticks that won't be able to be fixed, but a quick press and this book would be back to like a 9, maybe a 9.2 even. So there you go. Also got Bombshells number 1, beautiful mint copy. I didn't even really know that my comic shop doesn't carry this monthly, so I didn't even know it was still going. I hear it's just now this. In the next few months being canceled and then rebooted. So it was great to have a number 1. And you're going to see a little bit more of these Bombshells girls in my variants section of the video. I found a Convergent Superman number 1. I don't know if this qualifies as the first appearance of Jonathan Kent, but certainly Lois has her baby bump, so I don't know if this is the issue that was revealed in. I don't know these things. Come on, guys. I got better things to do than surf the web looking up this stuff all day. If it is great, if it's not, that's great too. It looks like a cool cover. I love this Lois and Clark moment. Made me actually kind of miss the TV show Lois and Clark, which everybody hated except me. Also got All New Wolverine number 1. Again, I did not have this in just the standard cover. I had I have a variant. I can't remember which variant. Maybe the hip hop variant, if that's a thing. I see that all the time. I don't know what it means. I also picked up, this is a good one, Godzilla King of the Monsters number 1. I got this for $10. It is in perfect condition. I thought, when I first got it, I was really excited. I was like, it's a newsstand. But then if you look at the 30-cent price, you'll realize it's probably before the direct market. So there was only newsstand. So that's not so exciting anymore. But it is a tough-to-get comic in a high condition. And guys, this is a really high condition. I would give this, there's some spine ticks. 8.5 at the very worst. But I think it could get away with being a 9 without even a press. And finally, I found this little baby. I've talked to you guys a lot about how I love the old golden age, silver age of comedy. I love the Jerry Lewis book. I love the Bob Hope book. I love Jerry Lewis movies. I love Bob Hope movies. Laurel and Hardy is right up there with them. The Three Stooges. I didn't even know this comic existed. So when I saw this #1, and the cover's a little bit dirty, but it's in beautiful condition. I mean, the condition on this book, the corners are tight. It's a 20-cent book. So we're talking like early Bronze Age. #1. So I was like, oh, I gotta get some of the others. Looked it up, and it turns out there is only a #1. They never went beyond #1. So I was a little surprised at that. I'm not even sure why they printed it if they weren't going to follow up on it, but I'm thrilled to have it. I actually, read this earlier. I got a good kick out of it. Had a great time. So super happy. And I did not find this for super cheap. I paid a couple of bucks for this bad boy. I think I paid $25 for it and don't regret it for a second. I regret it even less so after I looked it up and saw it's worth a little bit more than that. So terrific pickup for me. Happy. And we're going to move now into what should we do next? Let's do the variants. Starting off with, a couple of not so special comics. I got a Reggie and Me #1. That's a variant. Now I know this new breed of Archie comics, they are doing like 20 covers for every book. So these are variants that I don't think are gonna like spike in value anytime soon, if ever. But I kind of like them. I kind of dug them, and I got these. These were in bins for 2 for $1. So what the heck, right? You can't really lose. Archie Comics #1. Mark Waid wrote this. Fiona Staples on art. I thought that was really cool. This is a variant as well, but like I said, a variant that I doubt very much will ever be worth anything. There's Archie, though, singing in a cafe. Perhaps this is the precursor to his days in the band The Archies. I also got this in the 50-cent bin, and it's something, guys. I think this is something. It is Life with Archie, #37. It's a variant edition. It is signed. This is the first thing that caught me off guard was his signature. And then realizing that this barcode is on top of the bag. So I was like, what's going on here? I decided I didn't want to draw attention to myself, so I kind of threw it all together in my order. Went through, look at this cover. This is a beautiful Alex Ross cover. Beautiful. God, it's so gorgeous. Then I was like, oh, this bag's dingy. I got to change this bag. And I went to take the bag off. And in doing so, turned it around and realized that it's got a certificate of authenticity. So it's definitely an Alex Ross cover. Limited to 370 copies. That's not too many copies, guys. This is number 199. And so I couldn't change the bag because it's got the Dynamic Forces seal on it. And I wasn't sure, whether that would affect the value or not if I remove that seal. So I've left it in the bag. It's a little dingy. It's great except for it's got a little bit of a cover band. Let's see if you can see that. See that cover band right at the top? Easily pressed out. Doesn't break color at all. Other than that, this is a really neat book. I don't know what it goes for. Maybe let me know in the comments if you know. I've never had... I think I have like one of these Dynamic Forces books for like... something J. Scott Campbell, something or other. Maybe one of his, I don't know, maybe like Witchblade or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it's Michael Turner. I don't know. I get those two confused sometimes. Yeah, so I do have another one of these books, like the Dynamic Forces books, but I don't know what they go for, if anything. But I love having that in my collection. All right, next up, I mentioned that I was going to show you some bombshells again. Well, here we go. Clearly, in the 43rd issue quadrant of the New 52, they did a monthly variant bombshell cover edition. So I got that one with the Huntress. I got Bruce Wayne Detective Agency. That's Batman number 43. And I got Flash number 43 with Killer Frost. I didn't, I guess I kind of remembered that DC did these variants, that similar to, like, Marvel's still doing it. Marvel has a special kind of every month. They just did their Venomized covers. Now they're doing something X-Men related. I heard they're doing a Mary Jane month. So they're still going strong on these. I don't know, like, you know, whether these things are ever going to be worth anything. They're probably 1 in 10 or 1 in 25. They'll have a little bit of value, maybe. I don't know. But they're pretty cool. I do like them. But not as much as I liked this month when they did Looney Tunes variants. Look at that. I just love these covers. Sinestro and Wile E. Coyote. Both of them seeking world domination. Really dig that cover. Also picked up The Flash with, of course, Speedy Gonzalez and Roadrunner. And they're both ahead of The Flash. Can you believe it? They're faster than The Flash, these two. But which one's faster? I guess we'll never know. And finally, I got Bugs Bunny himself. And this, I like this cover. I like Ivan Rice. He's a pretty great artist. So Bugs Bunny dressed up in drag, as he would often do, with Aquaman. Very cool cover. And then I also got, during the Harley Quinn month, I was able to grab this Green Lantern number 39. You can kind of see when these covers were. 39, 46, Bombshells were 43. So, you know, between like the 30s and 40s is when they seem to have these monthly things. I don't have a lot of them. You know, I used to, at this time, I was just like, I'll go buy the A cover and that's it. So it's fun now that I'm kind of, you know, getting into the back issue bins a little more, that I'm finding these things. All right, we're switching over to Marvel now. I got a Lego cover. I actually have a bunch of Lego covers that I've gotten over the past couple of years. I thought they were neat. This is just one that I picked up recently. Avengers number 21. And here's, you know, Howard the Duck's one of my favorite characters. So when I found out that they did a month of Howard the Duck covers, you know, I've been going out of my way to find some of these. Got this one, Spider-Gwen number 3. And I also got Hulk number 14. You know, it looks like they're putting Howard the Duck in like in kind of situations throughout history. This is a Sergio Aragonés cover, which is really cool. Not sure who did this one. Almost looks like Jock, doesn't it? Maybe it is. Looks really cool. Also picked up Scarlet Witch number 1. It's Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Beautiful, beautiful cover. I don't have, this is the first issue of this I have. I don't really collect Scarlet Witch, but that's a cool cover. Too cool to pass up. Also got Daredevil number 1. This is the Soul title. I missed out on the first, you know, few issues. I only started reading this title with the new Purple Kids arc or whatever, where we're learning about how Daredevil kind of hid his identity, re-hid his identity to the world. So I'm kind of going back and kind of picking up some of these earlier ones. This is an Alex Maleev cover. You know, you'll find him on Jessica Jones mostly. Also picked up Punisher number 1, which I do have, but I just love these toy covers so much that when I saw this for $1, I could not resist it. Also for $1, picked up Princess Leia number 1. I'm kind of assuming this is a Scotty Young cover. Oh yeah, there it is. SY, Scotty Young. Such a cute cover. Also managed to add another toy cover to my collection. This is Star Wars number 14 with Hammerhead. I have some of the other ones, some of the other, you know, Cantina creatures covers. I think I was missing Hammerhead. To be honest, I wasn't sure, and you know, it was only $1, so when I'm not sure, I'll spend the $1 rather than miss out on something I don't have. I've got one more thing to show you. It's a little bit oversized. I picked this up on auction at the Great Legend Shows Saturday night auction. It is a Harley Quinn variant cover from Mad Magazine variants, which I didn't even know about. So I kind of went a little crazy when I saw this. I gotta track down some of these other ones. So I was pretty happy to get this. I'm just gonna pull out just a little bit here to show you the grade. It's not a perfect grade. Don't get too excited. 9.6. It's not a 9.8. It's a 9.6, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't need a 9.8 on everything. You know, 9.2 is near mint, so anything after that is gravy. Look, now I'm trying to recenter this. There we go. Close enough. Anyways, so that's, you know, I ended up paying a little too much for it because, you know, it ends up costing me shipping because I'm in Canada. And although, you know, basically the sellers on that show go free shipping a lot of the times, they do not do free international shippings. And I just can't resist when I see something like that. So I did pay a little extra. I won't tell you how much because I'm a little embarrassed, but I don't regret it. Glad to have it. All right, next up, I'm just going to show you a couple of these books here. You're like, what books? We can't see, dummy. You know what? I'm actually not going to show you those because this video is getting a little long and I want to get through some of this other stuff. So next up, I'm going to do, and you'll see at least one of the Brave and the Bolds I picked up. Remember at the beginning of the video, I was like, I'm going to show you some of those Brave and the Bolds. Changed my mind because the video is getting long. I'll show them to you in another haul video. What I will show you is one of them though, because this next section is for key books. And these are not, you know, mega keys or anything like that. Not even all of them are keys, you know. Like this first one that I'm going to show you, it's a great book. It's in beautiful condition. It is, I believe, listed as the second modern appearance of the Golden Age Catwoman. It is a Catwoman and Batman get married story. It's got Scarecrow in it. So not necessarily a key, but a great title. It's got some value. It was part of the Brave and the Bold haul I picked up a few days ago. Really happy to have that. Another book that's not necessarily a key, but it's one that I've always wanted to own and never been able to find for cheap. And I found this finally for $1. It is Superman number 423. The historic last issue, a very special story by Mr. Alan Moore, Kurt Swan, George Perez. And if that isn't a creative team to like just go nuts for, I don't know what it is. And it is Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. That's right. It is the key Alan Moore story that everyone talks about that I've just never owned before. So happy to own that. This one you'll recognize as one of the contended books for the first appearance of the black suit. I think maybe it got beat to the press by Amazing Spider-Man. So this is number 8, but this is definitely the issue where he received it and put it on for the first time. I just think it might not have come out before an issue where he already had it and was back on Earth. But it is one of the very first appearances of the symbiote that would become Venom. And where did I get this one, guys? I got it in the back of my friend's car. I went to my hometown of Winnipeg to go on kind of a cottage weekend with my old college buddies. My old high school buddies, actually. And as we were getting ready to set off, I noticed a bunch of boxes in the back of my friend's car. And I peeked inside, and they were full of comics. And I was like, what is going on here? And he said, oh, I'm just selling off all my old comics. You know, they're taking up too much space. And I kind of flipped through, and it was a lot of junk. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that Power Pack number 1 was in there as well. And that's one that I brought from that little mini haul. So I was coming from Winnipeg. I couldn't take too many, but I was like, how much do you want? And I put a little stack together. I said, how much do you want? He's like, just take it, man. We're buds. And I was like, I couldn't do it. So I gave him $20 for, I probably took about 5 books. I wanted to give him more and he wouldn't take it. Because, you know, I was trying to explain to him that this comic is actually, you know, in the condition it's in, which is, like, I would say very fine, easy, bordering on near mint, a 9, I would suspect, if it were to be graded. You know, it's probably worth $50 to $70, but he would not take more than $20. I got to thank my old buddy. His name's Corey. He's a great guy. Thank him for that. Next up is, this is just kind of a rando issue. It's got a bit of value, I think, but it is number 50 of Power Man and Iron Fist. It's a key book only in that this is the first issue of Power Man and Iron Fist together. Before this, they had separate titles, and then they kind of came together in this fantastic 50th issue. Don't believe me? It's right there on the cover.
made only better by the fact that it's a newsstand and that it is in absolutely gorgeous, beautiful condition. So thrilled to have that. I know you're like, newsstand, what's that? Some people consider that a variant because, while it has the same cover, they would have had to do a separate printing for the barcode. So, in the very technical terms of printing, it is a secondary print run. So it is a variant. Also picked up, speaking of variants, New Mutants number 14. You see a lot of this one lately. Everybody's going crazy for this book suddenly. I don't know why. It's not like Magic is suddenly this huge deal. It's just everyone in the comics has suddenly decided Magic's the next She-Girl or something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't even know if she's in the New Mutants movie. Probably she will be. Actually, now that I think about it, she's definitely been announced. But this too is a newsstand. It's not in the best condition. I would say it's probably an 8. It's got a lot of little spine dings. But I got it for $1. It's a newsstand, which usually adds a little bit more value. Not always, but usually. It's a Mandrake cover. Really cool. It is. So what's special about it? Why is it a key? It's the first appearance of Ilyana Rasputin gaining her powers and becoming the superhero Magic. Before this issue, she was a little girl. And then she fell into limbo through a portal, and she came out a grown teenager with the codename Magic. Also picked up. This is actually another part of that Harley Quinn 9.6 CGC comic. I also picked up this from the seller, Big Bear Comics. Green Lantern number 141, the first appearance of the Omega Men. This is in outstanding condition, actually. Really good condition. So that's a nice little book. It doesn't have a ton of value, probably like 16 to $20, but it's a cool book to have. Omega Men are pretty neat. And then this, this was part of the Brave and the Bold haul. This is huge. This is such a great book. This book alone would have been worth what I bought the whole haul for. It's Brave and the Bold number 200. It is a key issue. It's the first appearance of Katana. It is the first appearance of Batman with the Outsiders. And this spun off into Batman and the Outsiders, of course. But first appearance of Katana alone. And this comic, honestly, I've never bought a comic before, I don't think, that is this pure and free of any conceivable dings or damage or anything. This, I would say, looking at it, would be, I don't know how this could not be, and I've looked at the back as well, I don't know how it could be any less than a 9.8. Those corners are beautiful. The white's white. When you open this book, oh my God, the pages are beautiful and white. It is unbelievable. Maybe the best pure comic I've ever received in the best condition. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually you can like point out a ding or two. This book is free of any of that. Just shocking. If ever I was going to send a book to CGC to be graded without needing a press, that would be it. And finally, one more key issue. I found this Tomb of Dracula number 13. Picked it up for ridiculously cheap. Probably about, I think I paid under $10 for it, certainly. And it turned out to be a key. I don't even think they knew it was a key. I certainly didn't know it was a key. So this is Tomb of Dracula number 13. It is the origin of Blade. Not the first appearance of Blade, but the origin of Blade. So thrilled to have that in such perfect condition. Such beautiful condition as well. I've really become all about the condition. I'll often leave a book if it's not in a condition I like. And this was gorgeous. Great value there. All right. Now, I had one more. Whoop, I missed it. How did I miss this? I've been looking for this book forever, and here it is. Tales of the Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, number 44. Yes, of course, you probably know what it is, but I'll point it out anyways. It is the first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Before this issue, he was Robin. Now he is Nightwing. And with like the Nightwing movie being announced and all that jazz, this Deathstroke as well. This comic has some value. I paid I think $20 for this, It's not in the best condition ever. You'll notice it's a newsstand. That's going to add some value. You'll see that little corner ding. That's the biggest defect right there, that little corner ding, because that can't be pressed out. The comic will always have that, which is fine. You know, like, comics have been read. That's the point of comics, right? You read them. This is Marv Wolfman, George Perez, Dick Giordano. Just a beautiful cover, July 84. Like I said, a newsstand edition. Tricky to get in a high condition. This is not a super high condition, but it's certainly no worse than probably an 8. And there it is. I've been trying to find a copy of this for a long time on the cheap. And I finally did. Maybe $20 isn't that cheap, but I mean, this is a book that's probably going to be north of $100 soon if it's not already. All right. Finally, guys, we're going to get this wrapped up pretty quickly here. I'm just going to show you a couple of books that are, 12 centers and then some 10 centers. So basically some Silver Age goodness. Starting with one of my favorite all-time titles, Doom Patrol. This is number 110. I don't believe this is a key, but it is a really cool. I just love how bizarre these titles were. This looks like a really fun issue. Definitely going to give this one a read. Robot Man, Elastic Girl, Negative Man, Beast Boy is in some weird form here. Can't wait to read this one. Great condition too. Like, this is it's a little dirty. Couple of bends. See those bends in the corner? You can see on the whites a little bit of smudging, a little bit of dirt. But overall for a Silver Age book, great condition. Corners are all pretty tight, and the colors are great. There's no chipping. Pretty darn good. Next up, another really nice Silver Age book, Submariner and the Incredible Hulk. This is Tales to Astonish, number 87. Another 12-cent book. Just love this cover. Hulk, falling through the sky with this other villain. I don't know who that is. But really cool cover. You can see, again, the spine's not perfect. This is the Silver Age, guys. It's really hard to find books for cheap. I mean, that's the secret, right? I'm never going to pay more than 10, maybe 20 at the very most bucks for a Silver Age book. This one was, I believe, 12. So, probably the condition's probably around 7, 6.5 at the very worst. But it's a Silver Age book, and that's a good time. Anytime. All right. I got a run of Metal Men. And this is outstanding. What a deal I got on this. So I went to a friend's auction. His name's Peter. He has a shop that he runs out of his house. And he sells comics for really cheap. He sells them for $1 or $2 a lot of the times. Never really more than $5. I don't think I've ever spent more than $5 on a book. A few of these I spent $5 on, but I did not mind at all. I'm going to do kind of reverse order as far as the numbering. So these are Metal Men. He had a whole run of these. I only took the ones that I felt were, 6.5 or higher. He had a lot of really messed up ones as well. I didn't take those. This one was $5. It's number 37. Beautiful in memoriam cover at the cemetery with all our Metal Men there. Just gorgeous. Love that cover. Next up, we got number 29. This one's not in as good a shape, but I believe he charged me like $3. So how can I not get that? It's just crazy. Beautiful cover. I got number 19 here. Another beautiful cover, not bad condition. None of these are keys, I would say. I mean, Metal Men's not known for having any issues that are, that have any major first appearances. But these are fun books, man. It was the, late 60s, early 70s. They were just having a good time. Next up, I got number 15. Again, the spine's not great, but it's a Silver Age book. It's got a little bit of a tear here. Other than that, beautiful copy. I got number 8. This is probably the one that's in the worst condition, but he only charged me $2, so I picked it up anyways. Just because I kind of was digging the cover and I wanted to read it. Pretty messed up. Even so, none of the cover's missing. The comic's complete. The staples are there. It's still got some nice gloss. So, for only a couple of bucks. Why not, right? And it's number 8, guys. And finally, check this out, number 2, Metal Men number 2. Not an easy book to find, and I got it for $5. Number 2, that's right. Again, it's not super high condition, you know. You can see some of the ticks. But the corners are nice. That one's a little messed up. That corner's nice. It's but you know, the cover colors, look at that. Nice and orange. And it's all there. There's no real chipping except for a tiny little speck in that corner. You know, this is probably a 6.5 easy. And I got it for $5. You know, that's like $100 value, probably at least. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. Maybe these are worth nothing, but even so, anytime you can get Silver Age books for cheap, you got to do it. I got one Wonder Woman book to show you here. I picked this one up as well at the same place, also $5. This is Wonder Woman number 146. With the movie coming out, I thought I should show you. Oh, great! This has been. I'm gonna just switch that over. I just noticed that now, so probably half the video's probably been kind of tilting to one side. Anyways, number 146, gotta dig that, right? This creature is only the first threat I have to face. Oh my goodness, Diana, you got your work cut out for you today. And finally, I got a couple of 10-cent books, and I've got this one I bought in the same auction as the Harley Quinn from Big Bear Comics. It is Captain Midnight, number 37, 10-cent issue. This book has a lot of problems. It is, there's a big water stain on the back. It's there's a huge cover crease down it that runs through the entire book. Probably fixable, but certainly that's going to leave a cover mark. But it's a fun book to have. I like having these old books. This is a Fawcett magazine. You know, these old Fawcett books, which is, you know, the home of Shazam and Captain Marvel from before they were part of the DC universe. Couldn't resist, especially for the price. It was pretty cheap. It was under $20 for an old book like that. And then I also got, from the same sale, I got an Our Gang with Tom and Jerry. Another 10-cent comic from Dell. I really like these old cartoon books. I'm putting together, I've actually got a whole bunch of them, so I'm going to put together a haul for you. I probably should have put this one in that haul, but I'm just remembering that I even had it now, so I'm going to show it to you here today anyways. It makes sense because it was part of the Big Bear haul, so I think I've shown you all those books in this haul, so I guess it makes sense. But I really love these old Dell books. I certainly love cartoon books. Can't get enough. And look at the colors on this thing. I mean, this is in pretty good condition for a 10-cent comic book. These books don't have a ton of value in this condition, which I would say is probably, you know, 5.5, 6. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's worth too much money, but, you know, nice to have. Nice to have a run of these. I have a couple of these. I don't have that one, though. I do now, I guess. And then finally, this is the best. This is, I guess it's not technically a key issue, but it is the best book I found in a long time because I found it at a yard sale and I got it for, you're not going to even believe this, $3. Are you guys ready for this? This is a $3 comic. It is Justice League of America number 2. Number 2, guys. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but this condition is beautiful. Look at that. All the corners are there. The staples are pristine. No trace of rust at all. Yeah, you know, it's got like a little, the spine's a little rough. It's got some dings. But the cover is beautiful. And this mark here, you can see right here, that's on the bag actually. You know, the top's pristine. 10-cent issue. This is on the bag as well. That's just inside the bag, but it's not part of the comic. Anyways, it is gorgeous. It's like there's nothing missing in this cover. It's a beautiful cover. The colors are vibrant. Shockingly beautiful cover. 10-cent Justice League comic. I mean, this has to be a 7. And it is $3. Found at a yard sale. Amongst a bunch of other comics that were probably, most of them were 12, 15, 20-cent issues, and a lot of them were in unbelievably rough shape. A lot of missing covers and stuff like that. And this was just in among them. I don't know if they realized that this one was in much better shape. I don't know what happened, but and you know, to be honest, I almost told them. I was like, you know, I had a real dilemma because you never want to like take something from someone that's worth a lot of money. What for me kind of made it okay is that this is not a mint copy. This has a value probably, I would say probably it's worth about $200. It's not worth like the, you know, the $1,200, $1,500 that a mint copy would be worth. So that alone, I kind of went, you know, if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else. You know, they're selling all these comics. They must know that they have some value. So I just kind of went for it. I felt a little bad about it, but at the same time, I was just super excited to have it. So, you know, I'd love to hear from you guys what you guys would do in that situation. Would you tell them about the value of the book, or would you just kind of take it home and call it a win? Because, you know, I did have a little bit of a moral dilemma with that one. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Video? No, more of a video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be back soon. I know I've been, you know, you don't see too much of me these days. I apologize for that. Very busy, plus summer means cottage. So it gets harder and harder to do these videos. But they're going to keep coming. Don't think for 1 second that I've stopped. Okay, and I'm going to pass you back to a fella I know, a fella you know. It is the past version of the Near Mint Nerd. And here he is now. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, me. Well, that's it for this haul. And I'm telling you, guys, this is maybe the best pickup I've ever got for cheap. I mean, I'm still stunned over this book. A couple of bucks at a yard sale. You hear about things happening. If I saw this on another video, I'd probably call BS. You know, sometimes I go, there is no way that guy got that book for $1. You know, that doesn't make any sense at all. But the truth is, it does happen. You find yourself in the right circumstance. And the key to these collections and the key to being a collector is to make sure you put yourself in these circumstances. Always check yard sales. Always check, you know, secondhand shops. Even comic shops, you're gonna find deals if you do it. If you go once and you look around, you're gonna go, oh, there's nothing here. You know, this isn't for me. But if your heart's in this, you will find these deals. So, guys, I am testament to that. Ooh, shiny. Okay, that's it. I got my Wednesday haul probably coming end of next week. As you know, I haven't been able to do the weekly Wednesdays because I've been too busy. But I am doing a monthly best of the month pickup haul. So my Wednesday haul next week will be the best of May, or at least the best of the last 3 weeks of May, because I did the first week of May in the previous haul. But after that, we're going to get into monthly. And guys, by the end of summer, we're going to be back to doing 2-3 videos a week for sure. But, you know, in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? I'll see you guys next time. I'm the Near Mint Nerd. This is I Got Issues. Have a great summer.